All right. Thanks for dropping in. This is your first time here. Welcome aboard. If not, welcome back. We're back in the USA. We're going to Maine to spend some time with Celia Thaxter, a unheralded master of many forms. And, I dug out a pair of her sonnets, a double sonnet, you could say, but we're going to look at the first half. I think it stands strong on its own, and it's a shimmering, gleaming example of what's possible with the sonnet. If you like it, though, do go ahead and Google that first line or first opening there, Not So, Celia Thaxter, and you could dig up that other half to enjoy on your own. Let's dig in. Not so. You stand as long ago a king stood on the seashore, bidding back the tide that onward rolled resistless still, to fling its awful volume landward, wild and wide. And just as impotent is your command to stem the tide that rises in my soul. It ebbs not at the lifting of your hand. It owns no curb. It yields to no control. Mighty it is. And of the elements, brother of winds and lightning, cold and fire, subtle as light, as steadfast and intense, sweet as the music of Apollo's lyre. You think to rule the ocean's ebb and flow with that soft woman's hand? Nay, love, not so. Strong piece, huh? Strong piece. Really feel that incredible elemental ocean force, those Atlantic breakers crashing into Maine granite. Just big plume of salt water gushing. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Where to even start at just this control and mastery she has of the art form? We start open with that spondy, not so, two emphasized syllables. And there's a little internal rhyme there with a go, not so a go. And, she's just pulling out these little tricks to hook you in and give her more force. Look at the enjambment. The first four lines, you have just this incredible forceful enjambment from king, tide, fling, and wide. Finally, she gives you that full stop. But after that full stop, she just goes right on swinging with the and just, and then the impotent, of course, is quite emphatic. Just delightful control of the momentum of the poem. The reader's attention is completely and totally guided. Those negations, it owns no curb. It yields to no command. They go against the natural iambic a bit to emphasize, become a little more emphatic. Then the mighty, again, that's another little inversion there. You get the a trochaic substitution to give a little more emphasis to the mighty, and again to the brother, and then again to subtle. She's all this stuff, all these little details, they're all on purpose. This litany structure she gets, brother of winds, lightning, cold, and fire. The embedding this kind of list there really is fleshing out and giving a lot of substance and variety to that sestet's argument, to its pivot to the eternal, how she shows all of these timeless forces outside of our control. She takes us all the way back to the genesis of poetry itself, of the lyric mode with the lyre. The word lyric, its origin is in the word for lyre. It just, everything's firing together, right? To lead us up to this final turning in, where she says, basically, there's nothing you can do to turn me away. There's nothing you can do to dissuade me from my complete commitment to you. And how I read that soft woman's hand is not that she finds the beloved hand to be womanlike or soft, but that he has chosen someone else, or is currently with someone else. And that the speaker of the poem is saying, that your choice just isn't that good, and there's nothing you can do to defy, or to change the truth of the situation, which is more powerful than any of us or anything. So I guess you could say that that's this kind of sentimental aspect, but if that is sentimental, then I think you could find the same faults with William Shakespeare's sonnets. The problem with a poem like this, or any poem, isn't that you're trying to express something sentimental, isn't that you're trying to express your feelings honestly. That's never a problem. The problem is when you fall back on weak or tired imagery, shop-worn techniques, or you're beating the reader over the head with stuff. But I don't really feel that here. This is fresh, surprising, and as I tried to indicate briefly here, the technique is spot on. That's really all I wanted to give you guys for this episode. Give you something perhaps you haven't heard of. I know we will return to more familiar grounds, but I also do want to kind of expand, dilate, open up the possibilities here, because the sonnet has been used so effectively by folks who perhaps just haven't gotten their due yet. So when we do return to people who perhaps have gotten their due, we can be also holding in mind, hey, now I understand from these different perspectives what the sonnet's about. And we don't have to understand everything kind of from the center. We can understand it from all these different multivalent perspectives, which will make us better and give us a deeper insight to what's going on. So thank you, Celia Thaxter. Thank you, Maine, and thank you for joining me. I come up with some ideas for sonnets to talk about. I know maybe a lot of folks don't have, like, oh, I really love this sonnet in particular. But if there's a direction you want to point me to, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to get what you're thinking about, what you're working on, and ultimately, this channel is for you guys, is for fans of poetry. And if there's something that gets you guys excited, I'm happy to look at it with you and get into it, and really I'm open to whatever. So very, very cool to be talking about a New England poet. Go New England, and please join me again. Take it easy.